now joined by Cosby's publicist, Andrew Wyatt, for more on this. Andrew, you have been lobbying for Cosby's release. Bring us up to speed on that.
Well, we were under the impression that when the governor did his executive order that Mr. Cosby was going to be included, he announced in his executive order that all nonviolent elderly inmates with underlying health conditions will be a part of his executive order to be released and remanded to house arrest. But, that didn't fit the bill for Mr. Cosby, who's blind and 82 years old. He doesn't have the luxury of social distancing. Right now, in the prison that he's housed, it's the most severely affected prison in the state of Pennsylvania, with over 18 cases of the coronavirus. One inmate died last week. 3 officers died in the same week, almost 3 weeks ago. And we just feel Mr. Cosby should be remanded and released to house arrest. And it was just interesting how the governor, in his executive order, he handed it down to the prosecutor to weigh in and help make that decision. And it was disappointing for us.
So what's his condition right now, and how has the prison been sort of mitigating the risks of COVID-19?
They have been on lockdown. He spends most of the time in his cell. They have given him 3 masks to wear. He has to wash each mask out every night. But he has to, when they do get out, he has to be in constant contact with CPS workers who work with the prison and officers to wheel him around and get him around, pass him his food, tell him what's on his tray. So he could be getting infected and he would not know. He hasn't been given a coronavirus test. They don't have a lot of tests to give in the prison. Look, Mr. Cosby was given a 3 to 10 year sentence. He wasn't given a life or a death sentence. But we feel that Pennsylvania is trying to execute him by exposing him to high risk of getting this virus. He's not a danger to society. He is blind. He can't see you. He can't see me. He can't see a figure. But you're letting these guys out who are 30 plus years younger than Mr. Cosby. And it just seems more racist, politically motivated, and a personal vendetta. And I hope that we can get away from that. Look, this entire country, this entire world is being affected. People say, well, Mr. Cosby didn't fit the criteria. Criteria have been thrown out of the window now when this became a pandemic back in early March. And it's just upsetting, it's disappointing. And we are hoping that Governor Wolf will reconsider his executive order and amend it and let Mr. Cosby be remanded to house arrest. He was on house arrest before he was sentenced. He didn't go to a doctor's appointment. He didn't go to a grocery store. He was a model citizen before this conviction happened. He's been a model citizen inside SCI Phoenix Prison.
All right. Andrew Wyatt, thanks for coming on to share your thoughts with us. Appreciate it.